That was good. That was very good. Let's have a listen to that again.
Sound check.
G'day, welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. Today we are going to be reviewing not a new voice to YouTube, but a new voice to the general populace, Gabriel Henrique. And he is a Brazilian singer. He's recently come to everyone's attention via America's Got Talent, AGT, when he sang the very well-known piece, Run to You, and he got the golden buzzer. That is not the performance we're going to be reviewing today. We're going to review something that he did, well, certainly got posted 4 years ago on YouTube, really just to show you that these singers have been around for quite some time doing what they do, and then suddenly they have a moment where they become well-known and hit everyone's attention. What we're going to listen to today is his rendition of the Whitney Houston piece, I Have Nothing. It's a Whitney piece, so it's a big, big sing. The voice at no point struggles, but it certainly is under load, and we get to hear that at moments where we hear constriction through the tone, and we'll point these things out as we go along. I think it's a fantastic performance. It's a recording that's almost certainly been edited in post. We can't know that for sure, but nonetheless, it's an enjoyable performance. It's something I think you're going to really enjoy. And if you haven't heard him before, I think you're in for a bit of a treat. Let's have a listen to him. Oh, by the way, he's Brazilian, so his pronunciation, he says that he does not speak English. And so consequently, the pronunciation of certain words is not accurate. Let's just acknowledge that from the get-go, and don't see that as a disqualification of what is a really good sound and a good performance. Let's dive in.
Share my life, take me for all.
I love that entrance. It's so light and pure. He doesn't try to make more of it than it actually needs to be, but yet he's immediately able to switch into a focused tone that gives us that change. Have a listen to that entrance again.
Share my life,
Nice.
take me for all I am, 'cause I never taste all my colors for you.
Just that little bit of glottal stroking there, which gives us that little bit of effect, and just textures it, but very, very carefully. He doesn't overdo it. Have a listen.
'Cause I never taste all my colors for you.
I love it. He just sits it there. Yeah, no worries.
Take my love, I never
Nice use of falsetto.
for too much. Just all that you are with everything that you do.
You know, even though he doesn't speak English as a language, I do get the sense that he's working to connect to the expression of the emotion. And I get that sense driven by virtue of the fact that he's choosing different textures that are in perfect keeping with that emotional state of the lyric.
I don't really need to look very much farther. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I don't wanna back again. That's special inside. Can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide.
I do want to point out, if I was in the room with him while he was doing this, I would have lowered his mic just a little bit. We're talking maybe an inch, because I would like to see his head orientation just come down a few degrees. There's too much of an opportunity for him to throw his head back. And I do get the sense that his alignment has that sort of back motion, which is engaging the scapula and creating a bit of tension down the back of the neck. As we get bigger, that creates tension. And so from the very immediacy of the start, I would want to see us a little bit more forward in our orientation.
We're gonna make love for mother.
There's that constriction.
I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay my own.
So when I'm referring to the constriction, can you hear that through the sound? That typically is indicative of tightness in the musculature within the larynx itself, creating a disturbance in the oscillation of the vocal folds. If a singer finds themselves habitually doing that, where they can't turn it on and off, that can be problematic. It can lead to significant levels of wear and tear, and if unchecked, can cause the voice to fall into disrepair, which we don't want for any singer. I'm not suggesting that is what's happened here, and there are many performances that we hear of Gabriel later after this. Remember, this is at least 4 years ago. His recent performances don't show any point of vocal health disturbance, but equally it's something for us to learn from, to not sort of hear that kind of sound and go, oh, well, I'm going to do that. That sounds great. Yes, it does sound great, but it comes at a cost.
Feel there, I must stay immersed in you there. Don't walk away from me. I have nothing.
He's got a lovely falsetto.
Have you?
Do you know what I would have liked, because it's such a good falsetto line, I would have liked to have had him actually not need to take a breath. See how he has to take a momentary breath to finish the line that he wants to sing? And I would have preferred to hear that as one line. Again, if he's doing this as one take, you know, if you were then doing this as a professional recording, well, you would jump in and you would drop in and you would try to do that. But that's just a small point.
If I don't have you.
So it would have required more preparatory breath. I think he could have done it.
You see it through.
See the head going back? I want to bring that head
the
down.
heart of me. You break to my arms when the strength of your love. No,
Nice line.
I never knew love like tonight with lose.
Oh, that was good. That was very good. Let's have a listen to that again.
I never knew love like tonight with lose.
Do you know what I love about that? At no point up until this point has he given away that he can do runs like that. I love it when singers hold things back from us, don't sort of give us all of their tricks in the first verse chorus. I love it when they save things for us, and that's a great example. We're going to listen to that again, because that is a great riff and run.
I never knew love like tonight with lose.
Oh yeah, nailed it.
I don't really need to look very much farther. I do wanna have to go where you don't follow. I hold back again.
Yeah, nice anticipation.
This passion inside can run from myself. There's nowhere to hold.
sing.
I don't wanna hold anymore. Stay my arms if you there. I must imagine you there. Don't walk away from me. No,
I think that's where we get to see the amount of post-edit that's being done. Just watch his mouth on that point where the mouth doesn't quite line up with the note that we hear. And that's, again, that's not a negative. It's just a highlighting that we've always got to be careful in when we're watching something that we just don't take it at face value as being, you know, completely raw and undoctored, because more often than not, it isn't. Have a watch of his mouth.
don't walk away from me. No,
See
I
that?
have nothing.
And again, up.
Let me close.
There's that
What's my
constriction.
door? I don't wanna hold anymore. Stay.
Oh, and again he says that. That's oh man, mate, Gabriel, impressive. You're impressing me. The reason being, again, because that's the first whistle note that we've heard from him the entire performance. And I had been thinking just moments before, you know, what I want to hear is a little bit more build, a little bit more, you know, something that sort of gives me something extra. There it is. Thank you. I'll pay that. Let's have a listen to it again. Here it is. Great. Doesn't overdo it. I love it.
Don't walk away from me. No, take away from me. Don't you dare run away from me. Oh, I have nothing.
Oh yeah.
If I don't have you.
Yeah, nice choices. Really nice choices.
If I don't have you.
Nice work. I say a lot on the channel. It's about making good choices, and throughout that performance, we get to hear a singer making some really good choices. One of the choices he's making is when to not add things. We didn't hear a riff and run until later in. He didn't add a whistle tone until later in, and only adds it once. I love that. You know, I love it when singers don't kind of try to prove, you know, listen to me, I'm the king of whistle tone. It's just there as a coloring. It's just there as an addition, and I think that's fantastic, and I do want to again stress how impressive it is for a self-acknowledged non-English speaker to then front up and emotionally connect with the lyric. He's obviously done enough research around the lyric to understand what he's singing so that he's able to convey the emotional status of each phrase and the narrative journey. Really good singing, and I wish him all the success with, you know, with people having found out who he is through AGT. Make sure if you've got other voices that are maybe not so well known, but you think are amazing, leave those suggestions in the comments below. I do go looking for live renditions, live performances, because it's so much better to watch singers doing something live that has a level of authenticity to it. It teaches us so much more about not only the singer themselves, but the things that we can learn, that we can garner and develop as a result of having watched them. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next Voice Essentials video when we do the next vocal analysis. I'm Dr. Dan, Sing well.